me. All right, let's dive in, John. You take the lead here.
It would be easy for me to give my view because my view is that I don't know what it is. So there you go. Hey everyone, John here, software engineer, 10 years of experience. I'm the lead maintainer of Latterly.io. That's the website in front of us. Latterly is an education platform and a social community. And today's stream is more emphasized on the social community than the education piece. But Latterly is open source. You can sign up for free. You can join the Discord. One of the things you'll see on the Discord is a gaming channel, because we have a bunch of gamers on the Slack Discord, and we also have our own game. And that's what we're doing today. We're doing Aria's Tale. So if you go to the Latterly blog, article number 5 explains what Aria's Tale is in detail. But I can give you the summary here. It is an AI TTRPG. So a TTRPG is old school, pen and paper and dice. So Dungeons and Dragons is like one of the famous classic ones. Baldur's Gate is like one of the trendy new cool ones. That's actually a video game, but it still has dice-based play. You Good says, nah, it's my entrance quote now. Welcome, welcome. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and tap the screen, give it some likes. You can visit the YouTube or Twitch link in my bio to see the full screen. So with an AI TTRPG, we're going to use GPT-4o. I definitely should have included that in the title. That would definitely give me more clicks. We're going to use GPT-4o to help co-pilot the plot. So we don't have the plot picked out ahead of time. That's one of the differences between Aria's Tale and your classic D&D game. Where like a classic D&D game, there's kind of like a predetermined tree of possibilities, and you might roll the dice to see which like path you go down. But here, there really is no tree. I mean, we're kind of improvising this with some loose ideas that I have schemed without the others knowing. So I'll be the co-DM alongside GPT instead of the classic authoritarian GM. And basically, we like use these tools to make up the stories we go. We also have art. So with that, let me introduce today's players. Then we'll go over like the story so far so that y'all can come with us and understand what's going on. And I also have some pictures that I've made with a variety of AI tools that will help illustrate what's going on. Maybe we'll go in age order. So Mike, who are you?
Well, I'm Joe. No, I'm Mike. I'm no one of any real repute. Just a heavy gamer and here to help give this a test drive.
And you'll be playing the character Tank, right?
That is correct. Who is, of course, as everyone knows, heavy DPS. No, Tank is a very creative name. His name's Tank. That's it.
Good stuff. Okay, Jess, who are you and who's your character?
What's up? I'm Jess. Yeah, I'm John's sister. If you don't know, we're all fam bam, just hanging out and doing some test runs. I think we all like the games, but they're definitely gamers. I like long walks on the beach. Favorite color is blue. My character's Idolin. And yeah, Idolin's pretty cool. Actually, we had a chance last session to, I think, change our names if we wanted to, but Idolin is definitely who I'm sticking with as my character.
Thank you so much. I'm now realizing that I might have you guys muted. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. I hope that everyone was able to hear that. And it was a fabulous intro to both of them.
I think we should just assume everyone did, not double check, and just keep moving.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So we'll assume that everyone heard that and we'll just keep going. Okay. So now let's go through the chapters. So there's detailed chapters. You can check out ariastale.com and you can go to the game manual and then the narrative section, and then you can go to Arc Aria today. So there's a bunch of arcs in this game universe in the world of Evergreen. We're playing Arc Aria. So you can read the details there if you want, but we'll just do a 2-sentence summary provided by Opus, the premium Claude model from Anthropic. Okay. So I'll go first, and then we will kind of like just read them in the same order. So chapter 1, how did this story start? Similar to Sword Art Online. So they're in an MMORPG world called Evergreen. and a monstrous vision appears in the sky to Mike. Mike is the player character's name. Mike is playing Mike. And then the avatar or the in-game character is Tank. So Mike is the human. Tank is the MMORPG character. And in the game world, the mysterious figure appears and says, hey, you're not able to log out. And these are people that have like, what's the thing from Elon Musk? Like Neuralinks, like their brain is in the game, full virtual reality, and they're stuck. You're not able to log out. And this mysterious figure in the sky says, by the way, if you die, it's going to be, it could lead to real life consequences. I don't think he specifies that you die in real life. I just think he says there's real life consequences, right? Okay. Chapter 2, over to you, Mike.
It's probably the best chapter in the game so far, but Island, a player in the game, battles a plant monster and ponders his existence as he heads towards the town of Echoes. His existence is wrong. Island's Jess's character, so that should be she. But that's spelling. That's not what matters.
Thank you. I was just surprised to find out that Anyway, go ahead.
Meanwhile, Aria forms a guild in the town, and Tank, played by Moi, encounters a territorial squirrel-like monster on his way back to town. If you go back to when we first streamed that, a lot of great images we were generating at the time. They kind of take too long, so we're not doing so many of those now. But a lot of great images of Tank trying to fight a giant-ass squirrel.
Yep. Let me show some of the images that I have with these chapters just to keep. So here they are in this forest of this is Eidolon kind of spawning. And I think Eidolon questioning his existence. I think the issue is that the in-game character can't remember logging in. I think that was the issue. Here is the AI confusing the squirrel and the plant monster and just mixing them. There's actually two different monsters.
We're not seeing that on, well, I'm not, but maybe that's just the Discord I'm looking at.
I'm just showing these on the screen. So this would be like on the YouTube or Twitch stream. And then this is, we'll read the next chapter. The next chapter, chapter 3, Jess.
All right, yeah, so Tank joins. It's called, chapter 3 is called Preparation and Search. And it's where Tank is pretty much like, hey, skill issue, I'm about to level up, dabble in these folks, and he joins the Shield Bearers Guild. And he undergoes a bunch of trials of initiation, and the guild trains with the Lake of Whispers, and they improve their teamwork and skills to prepare for this next chapter, number 4. Go ahead, John.
Here's the AI image summary of the Shield Bearers. That's what the AI thinks they look like. For chapter 4, Aria's guild and other guilds fight the powerful Dark Paladin. That's the first floor boss. So they need to get through the 100th floor boss. This is the first floor boss. And multiple guilds team up and take him down. There's a bunch of casualties, but they end up winning. And which
was my favorite chapter, actually. I know y'all said number 2, but that was sweet. Mike kicked some ass in that one, just saying.
When the paladin is defeated, then where he dies, a purple gate appears. And so here is the AI's image of that. Okay, on to chapter 5, Mike.
Yeah, Tane's eyes turn to town of Echoes, while some figures enter the mysterious purple portal. Tank experiences a vision of the portal and a grasping hand. Once again, I think we're still doing images at that time, and the visions were all kind of cyber, like computer chippy almost. Anyways, there are a lot of cool visuals for that one that I liked.
Yeah. So the image that I'm showing now is like not the only one. This was just like whipped up today, but Mike is referring to, there's other images too. And you can see them in the Aria's Tale gallery, by the way. So Aria's Tale gallery. You can go to a random image if you want. Here's a random image, but I think there's a way to like go through them in order. Okay, chapter 6.
Sorry, Ryan just brought in a plate of ribs. Okay, so chapter 6, A Hope of Resurrection. This is where the Elementalists Guild, which is part of like my people, along with Jacob the Merchant, return to the town of Echoes with the body. What is that sound? Okay, return to the town of Echoes with the body of their fallen member Johann. They seek information about resurrection and decide to head to the elven village of Adelaide for help. So a lot of that story actually does revolve around Johann. Like, we find out how real that death was that weird person was talking about in the sky. So we were trying to figure out if we could revive him.
Here are the groups making journey. On to chapter 7, the Wanderers of the Echoing Vale. So Tank and Thane. So Thane is one of the leaders of the Crimson Guard, and Tank is now a member. Tank, the Shield Bearers and the Crimson Guard kind of like join forces. So that's why they're together. And they're walking along a path to the forest, and they come across an ongoing fight. The ongoing fight is the Wanderers of the Echoing Vale fighting Harpies. And so they help them, and then they defeat the Harpies, and the Wanderers share information about a peculiar crystal formation towards the mountains as a result of a part of that. Let's see if we have a picture. This is just a picture of the town. This is just a picture of the town of Echoes. Whatever. All right, chapter 8. Let's go over to Mike.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So in chapter 8, the Elementalists in the Order of the Azure Lily arrive in Adelaide.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought there was in. Never mind. And meet with the Collector, who offers to use the Tome of Resurrection in exchange for obtaining a rare herb. The Collector also identifies a magical teapot that can produce various types of tea. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he offered it in exchange for the rare herb. Wasn't the herb just to make sure that the resurrection went well and didn't, potentially lead to bad results?
That's right. So this summary, I mean, the AI is doing its best to summarize it, but it's missing some context. Here's a better picture of fighting the Harpies, by the way. But Mike is right. The herb it wasn't like a trade for the tomb. But he did say you could use the tomb if you bring the herb. I mean, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But the point of the herb wasn't just like he wanted to have an herb. It was because if you use the tomb, there's like negative consequences, basically. And if they get the right healer with this herb, then they can mitigate those negative consequences, was the idea. And here is a picture of people chilling with some magic tea. That's a cool looking teapot.
All right. So then we dive into chapter 9, which is the search for Valor. So Tank, Mike over there, and the Crimson Vanguard, which reminds me of our last name, return to the town of Echoes, where they learn of political unrest and unusual happenings in the Whispering Woods. Tank has a dream about a shadowy figure pointing to a constellation in the Forest of Echoes, and the guild discovers that Valor has gone missing. Yo.
By the way, Jess, are you reading my screen from Discord or like YouTube or something?
From my own notepad.
Oh, sick. Okay. So can I kill my stream to Discord? I just realized I'm streaming over there.
That's up to Mike.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do I have a picture of that one? Here's the Crimson Vanguard and the town of Echoes, I guess. All right. So that's the search for Valor. They're gathering up in the town. Now for chapter 10, Aria. There's basically like a few different groups going on in this Forest of Echoes region. And so this arc deals with all of them. Arc Aria is the arc is named after Aria's guild, who is not played by Mike or Jesse. Arc Aria was created by the audience, which reminds me to tell you that the audience can jump in and play turns for non-player characters. So we'll get down to chapter 15 and then we'll start actually playing. And feel free to drop a comment if you want to play a non-player character. So Aria works to maintain unity within her guild, and they're all trying to understand, hey, how do we find and defeat the second floor boss? Because they need to get up to 100 to like solve the game. She realizes that like in this small town, like they don't have the information. So she sends her advisors Elric and Lena in two different directions to go fetch data, basically. So one of them she sends to the elves, and the other she sends to find an oracle. Looks like Lena she sends to find the oracle. So that's what happens in chapter 10. Here is a picture. I think this is our first AI depiction of Aria, by the way. So Aria on the left here, and then Elric and Lena on the upper right. So apparently Aria is like some kind of elf. I don't think this was decided before. Actually, I think she was supposed to be a human. Anyway, chapter 11.
And that'd be the Whisper.
Yeah.
All right. So Eilon and the Elements list returned to Adelaide after they got just thrown out of that forest. They failed to retrieve the herb, which was called Aloria's Whisper. And Eilon decides to pursue necromancy, kind of iffy chance there, to resurrect Johan by seeking out the Whisper. And that's instead of just risking it with the book. They're like, hey, since we don't got the herb, let's see what else we can do. Tank proposes search for the missing Valor and Lysandra, who is the other like leader of their guild. Valor is the one who kind of recruited us into it. Lysandra was just another leader in there. And they went searching, or they went missing in the Forest Echoes. So that's where we're focusing our search for them.
And this, I believe, is our first picture of the Whisperer. Can you see that?
I can't. Oh, here it's coming in for me. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So there is the Whisperer. Okay. Chapter 12.
All right. So chapter 12 is Shadows of the Past. And hold on, before that, in chapter 11, when Tank is proposing this, is this where the like bears were? Were they like any little bears? Do y'all recall?
I don't recall any bears.
Okay, well, not to get too sidetracked. So chapter 12, Shadows of the Past, Thane's group enters.
Oh, I recall bears. Sorry. I recall bears. The bears are not in the Forest of Whispers. The bears are in the forest that's northeast of the town of Echoes. That's a different. It's a different forest. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called the something with a G, not Gale. Here, we can easily find this in the canon.
Which is pretty cool, yeah. It's just such a random question. I don't remember. I thought they got like scared off by some bears and decided to like.
They did. So this is in chapter 9, the search for Valor. Chapter 9 is where the bears were encountered, and they sort of like avoided them.
Okay.
And that was the Whispering Woods. The Whispering Woods.
Oh, okay.
So the Whispering Woods are like a disjoint forest, or at least like there's like a road. There's like a road that goes from the town of Echoes to Adelaide. The Whispering Woods are north of that road, and then the Forest of Echoes is south of that road. So like maybe in some way they're like related, and the forest and the road just like arbitrarily separated them. Fine, but that's how we distinguish those regions. Did that make sense?
Yeah, no, that was an awesome rundown, actually. Cool. So I was on chapter 12, yeah?
Yes.
Shadows of the Past. So Thane's group enters the Forest of Echoes and passes through the Purple Gate, finding themselves in a strange inverted realm called the Mirror Veil. I wonder if we have any photos of that. But anyway, they encounter Hilarion, a guardian of the realm, who offers guidance on navigating the challenges of the Mirror Veil to reach the celestial altar and return to their world.
Cool. And this is the Mirror Veil, where the trees are basically like a bluish color instead of green. And that's the last picture I have because I ran out of image credits. So for 13, in the town of Echoes, Aria's guild prepares for potential threats and investigates the Purple Gate. So Aria's guild is sending some people into the Purple Gate now. Mira, Aria's second in command, proposes creating a task force to further explore the gate. Chapter 14.
In 14, Elric visits Elven lands and learns a powerful protective spell called the Veil of the Veil.
Is that real? Hold on, did that really happen? Hold on. I don't remember that. Let me... Where did my VS Code go? Did I close it? Veil. Oh, okay, there. It's real. Chat, this is real.
Yeah, I don't remember that either, but I assume that might have been like a in-between stream thing. Anyways, so Elric learns Veil of the Veil. Lena seeks out an oracle who provides guidance and hints an upcoming ally, and receives an amulet that can detect deceit.
Ooh.
Leading to chapter 15, the Path of Resurrection. That's back to my group, y'all. Idolin's group re-enters the Whispering Grove in search of the Whisperer, which is this like mysterious figure, and facing a magical trap set by a shadow being. So I do remember like trying to go find the Whisperer, and there's this giant trap that's kind of set out, controlled by that shadow being. They eventually find the Whisperer, Malthus Valoran. I didn't remember that was his name. Who agrees to help with the resurrection ritual and provides a list of required materials, setting Eidolon on a new quest.
All right, cool.
All right.
So now that was the most recent turn was Jess, and so for kicking off. Oh no, we have chapter 16 as well that we decided right before we started, right? So chapter 16 is just a flashback that gives some background on how the Order of the Azure Lily started. I'll quickly read that. The Order of the Azure Lily and the Order of the Azure Lily is important because it's partnering with Jesse's group. So the Elementalists and the Order of the Azure Lily are currently talking to the Whisperer. They're currently talking to the Whisperer. And the question is like, who are these Order of the Azure Lily people? So there's a flashback, and the answer is that they are a guild of 6. I think that's right, Jess. There's 6 of them.
Spot on, yeah.
Yeah. And so Valenia is the leader, and they were formed in the Whispering Woods. It says uniting a diverse group of adventurers with unique abilities and backgrounds. Among them was Kaelin, a human druid with a mysterious past and an unknown gender identity, whose presence added complexity to the group's dynamics. I love the background of this character, Kaelin, because the way it had happened was we recorded our notes incorrectly. So that there's a character called Reyna who is a member of the Elementalists, and I had written down that she was a member of the Order of the Azure Lily. And then it was like confusing so I asked Claude to resolve this for us. Are there 2 Reynas that are both elves? There's just like 2 different characters. Should we just say like Reyna is supposed to be on the Elementalists and let's make up a new character for the Order? And it chose the latter, and it picked this name Kaelin. And I said, is Kaelin a boy or a girl? Or should we leave it ambiguous and make it like a aspect of the plot that you're not supposed to know, and if you ask, Kaelin gets frustrated? And I told the AI to optimize for storytelling, and it picked the latter. So that's the background of this character, Kaelin. Okay, so we're on to chapter 17 then. So with chapter 17, Jesse's turn is done. So there's the Order of the Azure Lily and the Elementalists talking to the Whisperer. And now we're going to focus on the Crimson Vanguard, which has merged with the Shield Bearers. They're in the Mirror Veil. And Mike, it's over to you. So are you placed for the possibilities of what to do next, or do you want to read a couple sentences in more detail about what happened most recently to your group?
I think I remember. I did just want to say for anyone who was listening to that summary there, Chapter 12, we said Thane's group, just in case anyone wasn't clear. Tank is not the leader of the group he's in. He's just the tank. Thane is our little group's leader that we all went into the Forest of Echoes, passing through that purple gate.
Yeah, good call.
And then we met the random dude who's going to help us out here. And that's what I remember us last time, is that we need to go reach that celestial altar. Is apparently Valor. We kind of confirmed someone by that name has been in this realm, and he had set off before us in that direction.
Good call. Evan says, how does Claude compare to GPT-4? I think Claude does better with narrative, but it's missing the code compiler, so it can't technically roll dice. So that is, and it also doesn't have an image generator built in. Okay, so Mike, I'm spinning up the fresh instance on GPT-4. And do you know what you would like to do next?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we were packing up from our little rest and interaction with this guy, and he was going to lead us towards the path we need to take to get to this altar.
GPT-4, I've noticed, does this. It will do more than I ask it to. So I told it, now let's wait for Tank to take his turn. Let's try this one more time, Mike. So there's the metagame. I need to edit what I told it most recently. GPT-4 did not do this. GPT-4o is doing this. Where even if I tell it to wait, it like doesn't wait. So what is your next action?
Next action is pretty much to ask this guy where we're headed. You know, he's said he was going to be leading the way to try and get us to the altar, hopefully in time to catch up with Valor. So this is double time following wherever we're going.
Ask. So Tank's next action is ask Aileron where we should go. Is that accurate?
Yep.
It's like snapping my scroll. That's so annoying. What's going on? Let's see if it rolls. Okay. So it rolled. So this is something that Claude can't do. So it did a literal roll. So I said, CodeGM note, the journey to the altar is 3D 6 days journey. There are 1D 3 towns. So it's a 6-day journey and there's 2 towns between here and there. Tank, after gathering information from Aileron, says, where should we go from here to reach the celestial altar? Aileron says the journey will take approximately 6 days. Along the way, you'll encounter 2 towns where you can rest and resupply. The path is challenging, but with your skills and determination, you can make it. Okay, so you're heading to the first town, is that right?
Yeah, that'd be accurate.
I like that I can give GPT this like terrible instruction and it will turn it into a roll. Okay, so you have an encounter with 4 spectral wolves. Yeah, look, see, it made a little program between battle, natural herbs, magic. Cool. So you have Tank, Thane, Lyra, Gabriel, Alara. Who else is with you, Mike? There's some other people with you, actually.
Wasn't that big of a group.
There's the Blade Dancer, right? Selena.
Yeah, I believe she would still be in the group because I remember it's me, the other 2 shield bearers, plus the cleric guy that was our initial group. And that blade dancer. We'd have to go back to.
So these are the shield bearers: Tank, Lyra, Gabriel, Alara, and you have 2 other shield bearers, don't you? Yeah,
I believe so, because none of them died during that during the gate, so they should all still be there.
you have Kale. A halfling cleric in the shield bearers. Oh, Jess, Pax. The note says that Pax is with the shield bearers.
What?
I think the AI hallucinated who's in whose group.
Kale.
We can establish it now. That's fine. There are more members of this group. Kale is the second shield holding shield bearer, besides Tank, and there is a third. Selena is a blade dancer from the Crimson Guard, and there are 2 other warriors, or archer or mage. Let's say 2 other combatants. Warrior, archer, mage, IDK from the Crimson Guard. Write out the full party and also declare whether who's this helper dude, Aileron, participates or watches. It just leaves them ambiguous. Whatever, that's fine. We can leave it ambiguous for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 11 on 4. Abel says, hey man, what's up? I heard you got them offers. We'll not be talking about that right now. We're just doing a RPG game. By the way, the chat can influence the game world. So drop a comment if you want to either play as a Spectral Wolf, or you could play as Ailerin, or you could do like a world move. Like you could just complicate the world itself. Or you could be a person in one of these towns if you want to. Okay. Who attacks first? Summarize the first round of combat in narrative style after rolling appropriately. Look at my terrible instructions. Rolling appropriately. And the GPT is going to roll with it. Literally. I wanted to start using D20s though. Did it roll D20? Look at this. It's creating the attack, defense, and everything. I actually don't want it to do this. This is fine, but I want it to just roll D20 next time. Whatever. I'll let it do its thing. The first round of combat sees the party landing several hits, but the ethereal beasts remain a formidable threat. Reducing its health. Okay, actually, that's awesome. Which party like roll 1d20 for a narrative event and another 1d20 for a bonus to the wolf party and another 1d20 for a bonus to the Thane's party. Were there 2 nat 20s? There's no way those were natural. I'm going to definitely check. Yo, they hit 2 natural 20s. A nat 20 from the wolves means a member of Thane's party is knocked out. Summary, despite the wolves' increased aggression, Thane's party counters effectively. 2 of the spectral wolves are defeated, and the remaining wolves are significantly weakened. Let Thane's nat 20 finish off the other wolves. Was the knocked out member random, or did the wolves target someone in particular? Maybe it was a hand combatant. Marcus is knocked out. That's cool. Do we even know who Marcus is?
don't think so.
He's like one of these randoms. Okay, I think he was one of the added combatants under Thane. So this would be, so now your group makes it to the end of the forest. Oh, the group takes pelts as loot. Is there anything else interesting? Roll 1d20. Over 15 means some added loot. 3 or less means discovering a surprise at negative event. Wait, these are spectral wolves, right? Yeah.
So no pelts on those, probably.
Perhaps no loot or lingering evil magic after their defeat. An ancient scroll and healing herbs? You got a nat 20, dude. Yo, that's great. Okay. So Ilara is capable of resurrection, right? Given the finding, so Mike, I'll leave the choice to you. Do you want to try to revive Marcus, or like, do you care? You'll have this option. If Ilara uses these herbs, and if Ailerin helps Ilara to like improve her like magic in this area, then there's a chance that you could revive Marcus right now if you want to spend the herbs.
All right, so I thought Marcus was just knocked out. Are we saying he's like dead?
We don't know. Do you want to try and figure that out? Let's see. That would be really easy for you to figure out without spending anything. Like you can just check.
Yeah, let's actually check his status there.
How do we spell Marcus? Is Marcus unconscious or dead? How do we spell how do we spell anything? Is Marcus unconscious or dead or something else? Does he come to, like yeah, he does not coming to you naturally. Is he breathing?
Hey, pretty good. Just sleeping.
He's still breathing. His pulse is weak but steady. So he's knocked out. After a few moments,
Yeah.
Marcus, no, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to veto that.
Like he's hurting, but he's not hurting so much. We use magical revive medicine on him.
Yeah, I think you can resuscitate him just by using some healing magic. Okay. Yeah, do you want to spend that? So Ilara can just spend some effort if you want to go that way, and doesn't need to use the herbs or anything to resuscitate him.
Yeah, we'll get him, patched up and feeling better, but not going to use anything too valuable on that.
So let's slightly edit this. He was breathing, but not waking up. Ilara used some healing magic, so he woke up with low health. Okay, so I think that does it for Mike's turn. We can ask GPT to summarize what's gone on so far as a chapter. That was chapter 17, wasn't it? So recount what occurred here as I kind of want the battle. I kind of want the journey to the town to be one chapter. Jess, is it okay if we give Mike 2 back-to-back turns?
However you want to do it.
Okay.
That's cool.
I think it would make sense better from like the book perspective, and we can possibly give you 2 back-to-back as well. Okay, so Mike, so you're out of the forest, and the question is like, you're still heading to the town, and does anything happen from the edge of the forest to the town?
We're not doing anything special. You know, we're just continuing to the town.
Thane's group makes it out of the town. They are worn out. So Thane tries to encourage everyone to be extra careful and quiet. Anything else we're going to change there? What do you think about that?
No, not so much the quiet. You know, we're pretty focused on just distance right now.
Just being quick?
Yeah, we got a guy to track down, you know?
So Thane tries to encourage everyone to be extra careful and quick. Thane's group makes it out of the forest. Sorry. Does anything happen from the edge of the forest to the town? Roll 1d20. Let's see. Yeah. Let me roll 1d20. Or Mike, let you roll 1d20. Can you roll 1d20? I don't want it to interpret it on its own.
Yeah, let me see here. What was that?
Ahmad, welcome. Ahmad says do leak code.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Yeah, so you got a negative event. What's going to happen here? I rolled for some kind of encounter. Like, yeah. Does anything happen from the edge of the forest to the town? The answer is yes, there is a mild negative event. What kind of event is this? Sudden weather change with slowed progress, discomfort and fatigue, and minor injuries. Okay, so there's a downpour. So do you get all the way to the town? The groups, so it says that you're slowed down, but do you get to the town? The group's journey from the forest to the town is slow and arduous due to the unexpected rain, but they remain vigilant and supportive of one another, ensuring everyone makes it through the challenging conditions. Let's see. Okay, so you make it into the town.
Awesome.
And we'll pause it there. Summarize the events in the Mirror Veil as chapter 17. As chapter 17. We're in chapter 17, right? Cool.
Yeah, we are.
Cool. All right, Jess, you getting ready to take your turn?
Let's fucking go. Born for this.
Sheesh.
Yeah, when Mike starts rolling like DNAT 20s over here, it's usually in past experience means that I'm going to start hitting 1s and 2s. So I'm kind of nervous about my turn. We'll see. While John's kind of updating it. Hey, Mike, question for you.
Shot.
What kind of shoes do frogs wear?
Lily pads. I don't know. I don't know what we got.
Open-toed. Open-toed shoes. You get it?
Okay. Yeah.
My guy. I'll come back. I'll come back with another one. We ready, John?
Take notices. Some of the... But take notices... What do you call it? Like a house? The candlelight flicker in the window of one home. The silhouette, and now I don't know how to spell silhouette, appears to have the form of a toad.
Was it open-toed?
But standing at the height of a man. If that's not a cliffhanger, what is? All right, good job, Jess. Your joke just made frog folk appear in this town.
Oh, nice. Getting froggy. Tank nose. Okay.
Froggy fresh.
Are we ready?
Yeah, ready. Okay, so over to you, Jess. What happens?
All right. So, like, as you may or may not recall, basically, I'm over here meeting the Whisperer, which I was surprised to learn he had, like, a whole last name. Like, it was, like, Malthus or something like that.
Yeah, GPT just made that up, but whatever. I guess we'll go with it.
Either way, kind of cool. So I was over here, with the Whisperer. He's like, hey, if you go get this stuff, I can totally revive your boy. So I've spent pretty much my entire life in this game like, oh no, Johan, please don't die, because if you die in the game, you're gonna die in real life, and like that's way too much. Like, it's just a game. So anyway, what I'd like to do on my turn now is I have my group of folks. Surprisingly, a couple of the elves even joined us, even though they were kind of like, it's this whole going to meet this Whisperer guy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we need to get these materials, but we've spent so much time on Johan that I'm also like trying to ask the Whisperer Malthus, hey, are any of these materials on the way to, slay the level 1 boss? Because I don't know if you heard the word, but there's like this big shadowy guy saying we need to kill all the bosses up to level 100. So I'm going to ask him about that, about the materials being on the way to kill the boss. Because as y'all also may or may not recall, Malthus, the Whisperer guy, is also like freaking OP. He's like, I'm over here in level 1 land, and he's like level 19 or something. So
what's your question? So these are the items that you need to find. If you're just asking about having your memory jogged on that, there's sacred ashes, moonwell water, and a silver cord.
Oh wait, can you repeat that actually?
Sacred ashes, moonwell water, and a silver cord. Christian, thanks for the follow. Quick reminder, the audience can influence the game world if you want to give some input.
Truth. Okay, so my question is mostly like, hey, are any of these secret ashes, moonwell water, or silver cord on the way to the level 1 boss?
The level 1 boss?
Yeah.
The level 1 boss was the Dark Paladin. He's already been defeated.
Okay, so that happens for all of us. So I'm like the level 2 boss.
You do not know who the level 2 boss is.
I know that. I'm asking this Whisperer guy if he knows anything about where this thing is and if any of those materials are on the way to slay this level 2 boss.
Okay, so your question is, hey, Malthus, do you know? By the way, I'm not even sure that you know that his name is Malthus.
Well, I don't. Well, since our little recap, okay. Hey, the Whisperer. Hey, Shadow Man.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's okay. I'm not trying to be.
Creepy dude, what should I call you?
I'm not trying.
I forgot. Can you ask him if? Yeah.
Okay,
if
let's
he
do this.
knows anything
Let's do
about
this.
boss.
So let's now turn our focus to Eidolon, the Elementalist, the Order of the Azure Lily, and the Whisperer. Eidolon asks the Whisperer. Eidolon asks the Whisperer, do you know the identity of the second floor boss? That's your question?
No.
What's your question?
Okay, add on to it. Do you know the identity of the second floor boss? And
No.
if any of these materials...
No. You need to break it apart one thing at a time. Because I'm going to have different roles for these different things. So it's not going to be one role for 2 questions. You see?
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go. Here's my number 1.
Do you want to ask this? You can change it if you want to, but
No, I do. Let's roll. Let's roll for it. Come on.
Okay.
I'm hoping that.
Do you know the identity of?
He's like, that's me. Just kidding. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Are you ready to fight?
Always. Let's go.
I feel like I should be asking you to roll. Is it okay that GPT-4 is rolling for you?
Yeah, that's fine for me. I can roll if you want me to, but
it's more like if you want to. I'm not trying to make you, but some people it's fun for them to roll. All right, he doesn't have a clue.
That's so messed up. 18 plus, man. Okay.
It's a hard thing to know. This is like very mysterious. So let's see what he says. I'm afraid that I do not know the identity of the second floor boss. However, I can offer you guidance on how to prepare for such an encounter. Study the environment, strengthen your bonds, seek out clues, prepare for the unknown. Solid advice. Hey, good advice.
Thanks, Doc. All right. Okay. So I'm pretty much like, hey, as I study the environment, where can I get these materials? Like, where are these things at? And basically, I want to split up my folks and be like, yo, go gather these things and meet back. Woo! Freak.
Okay, so Eidolon wonders where to gather these materials from. Answer. Moonwell water exists in the wells of moons that have water.
What?
And also, some lunar worshippers can enchant water to become moonwell water. Additionally, some lunar celestials can imbue water with moon energy so that it becomes moonwell water. Silver cords are fairly common, if a bit expensive. There may be some at the local elven village. If not, definitely urban areas or trade posts or wealthier shops and trade posts will have some. Wealthier folks might have some at their house. Sacred ashes.
What about them?
I don't know where they are, and so I'm going to ask GPT to pick. Okay, sacred ashes are the burned remains of holy trees. Oh, sick. Or the cremated remains of saints or holy beings, or consecrated fire rituals. Okay, this brings up something really good. Roll 1d20. If over 5, I have some Jess, can you roll 1d20 or
Yeah,
or should I roll it for you?
No, I got it. All right.
All right.
Give me un momento. A 1, a D, a 20 comes back with an 18. Let's
okay, cool.
Fucking go. I should have rolled last time.
Yes. So he's going to give you some lore about the religions of the East. So
I got my notepad.
The Whisperer. I also wonder where I wrote this down. I actually wrote this down in the repository somewhere. Places. Evergreen. The Abrahamian desert. Yeah. The Abrahamian desert.
The Abraham's desert?
Basically.
What is it?
Basically.
No, would you really say that?
Terra, the land of judges, a region with a large desert in the south. Yeah, so there's this place called the Abrahamian desert that has a bunch of these religious people, basically.
Like these religious lunar worshippers or the holy people?
No, this is with respect to the idea of sacred wood that's been burned.
Okay.
So there's going to be a bunch
What do you call a fanatic lunar worshiper?
No, these are not lunar people. It's a different thing.
No, I'm saying, what do you call a fanatic lunar worshiper?
I don't know. You could just say
a lunatic.
Okay. That's great. A lunatic.
Okay, moving forward.
That's really good.
Thanks, Tom. So I'll be here all week. But okay, so he tells me about this Abrahamian desert and all these religious folks.
Yeah. Yes. So the Whisperer specifically mentions for burned remains of holy trees. You can check out the Abrahamian Desert in the east, or Dragonica. There also might be scattered or isolated fire worshippers or sun worshippers of various kinds. But I have, but he doesn't know about anything local. Exotic item dealers may have some on hand for a high price. Okay. So you have this info, Jess. So you want to split your people up and scatter them?
East Draconia. Dragon. Okay, hold on 1 second. Free worship. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I don't really have a good idea.
Gigglestick says, I am an exotic item seller.
Let's go.
Okay.
Meet up with Gigglestick.
So I don't know if they're joking or if they actually want to play one, but we have the collector in town, right? So you could go chat with the collector.
That's back in the Elven town.
So are you sending your people in various directions now, or are you going to go talk to that guy first?
Well, the ideal thing would be Sacred Ashes and Silver Cord might both be with this exotic item merchant that could be in town. So I'm gonna first send some folks over there, and then as far as the lunar worshippers, I don't really know where these people are, so I don't really have anywhere to send my folks to.
Yeah. Jude says, are you guys playing Dungeons and Dragons with ChatGPT? Basically, yes.
Basically.
So there's a website called Aria's Tale. You can check it out. And basically, yeah, we're playing D&D with ChatGPT. And you can influence the game world if you want to. Okay, so what I heard you say, Jess, is that you're going to send some people to the collector. What does that mean? Are you going with them? Is the group going, or are you like staying back with the Whisperer?
No, so I have Lyra and Thorin, and I'm going to send them over to town. And so Raina and me, and then our two Azure Lily people, I think Valenia is with us, and one other person is with us, and then this Whisperer guy. We're all sticking together.
Okay, remembering that you're not the lead of any of these parties, right? So you're going to suggest to the ice girl, or
yeah, Lyra and Thorin, yeah, Ice and Earth, yep.
Is the ice girl, is her name Lyra? I'm forgetting. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, Lyra is the ice mage.
Yeah. And I offer Thorin this, I got this magic earth crystal. So to aid in his journeys, I kind of want to give him this magic earth crystal as well.
There's two Lyras. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Oh no.
So there's a warrior called Lyra in Mike's group. And then there is your ice mage called Lyra.
Yeah.
We'll just call her Lyra the ice mage.
Okay.
So Idlin suggests to Thorin and Lyra the mage that they should go chat with the collector to try and obtain Silver Cord and Sacred Ashes.
And I have gold and this magic earth crystal that I'll give to them as well.
Idlin gives them his gold and his earth crystal. Okay, can you roll 120 for a persuasion check.
Yeah. Oh. I got a 7.
Okay, can you read this? So Lyra sighs with a hint of frustration evident in her voice. Can you see that?
No, I can't, but keep going.
Okay. While your suggestion makes sense, we must be cautious. The collector is not known for his generosity. He might see us as desperate and try to exploit us. However, we don't have many options. We need those materials. It's worth a try. Thorn and I will go, but we must be prepared for the possibility that the collector may drive a hard bargain. Okay, so she takes your gold and your crystal.
All right, give him the magic teapot too.
Okay. Apparently the collector just makes the trade. I mean, unless Gigglestick wants to jump in here and change something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you lost the crystal, but I guess it's a good trade. Okay. So now what do you still need? You need the Moonwell water.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's all I need. So I bring the materials to the Whisperer, and I'm like, hey, where's the Moonwell water at? Well, he told me, no, I asked him if he'll come with me to find the lunar worshippers.
Island asks the Whisperer. Okay, can you roll another 1d20 for persuasion?
Yeah. 13.
Some lunar worshippers. Where's Johann's body right now, by the way?
We had to ask about that last time, and it was basically in the Elven town. Wait, I don't remember. It's like, it was in the town, and I thought we brought it to this guy, the Whisperer. And he's like, I know that he would need Johann's body. No, we were going to bring him Johann's body. That's right. Which is in the town.
Here you go. Chapter 6, the Elementalist and Jacob return to the town of Echoes with Johann.
Okay. So Johann's in the town of Echoes. Okay, so I'm asking Malthus, the Whisperer, hey, we got to go get Johann. We got these sacred ashes and the what's the other thing we got? Oh, silver cord. And we just need this Moonwell water. Do you know of anywhere we can find the Moonwell water on the way to get Johann's body from the town of Echoes?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of this lake thing, this body of water that makes like crazy noises. I remember back in like level 2. Anyway, so I'm just gonna ask him.
Yeah, so the body is still back in the town of Echoes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask him if he knows if Moonwell water's on anywhere on the way to the town of Echoes. There's any like water places I can stop by that he knows of?
No, like the main place is that you have to go to a moon. That's the main way you get this stuff. So let's see. Does he know about some lunar worshippers? That's a question. Eileen asks so what are you asking? You want to ask if he knows where some lunar worshippers or some lunar celestials are?
Celestials, or on the way to, yes, in general, or specifically on the way to get Johann's body from the town of Echoes.
There's nothing on the way. There's nothing on the way. They do exist on this globe. There are some lunar worshippers on this globe. Let's see. Can you roll? So let's roll a 1d20 for the Whisperer about whether he knows where the lunar worshippers are. Yeah,
That's a negative.
He doesn't know where they are. So he does know that, like, in urban areas, like in urban areas, there are lunar worshippers and there are celestials. That's what he knows.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over to the town of Echoes and see if they got some there. So that's what's happening. I head up.
Whether they have celestials in the town of Echoes?
Yeah.
They don't. The town of Echoes is not urban. When I say urban, I mean, so the town of Echoes is like a podunk town. Can you see my screen?
Kinda.
I can bring back up this picture. Like, this is the town of Echoes. It's like a tiny little nothing.
I'm seeing your stream, but I'm not seeing a town. Okay, now I see it. Hold on.
There's like some lag or something.
Okay, I guess, but this is okay.
So when I say urban area, I'm referring to like a major kingdom, like where a king would live. I can show you.
We've hit one of these.
Huh?
I said we've hit one of these.
You've hit one of them. You have not been to.
Even if we haven't been there, I know in our 15 chapters that there was mention of this like very high. I thought it was an elven city that was extremely wealthy, basically, and it was a bigger city.
Yes, it was mentioned, but no one has been there yet.
I'm trying to recall what that place is.
Let's look up the name. You know where it is though. It's east of Adlace. But let's see if we can remember the name. Kingdom, castle, urban. You don't need to remember it. He can just, I don't know if it's written down somewhere. I don't see it anywhere. But he does know where it is. And also everyone in the Adlace knows where it is because it's the king. It's like Adlace is part of an elven kingdom. And we're talking about the seat of the kingdom. So like everyone knows where it is.
Okay, so we're going there.
Okay. Let's see if I can get a quick picture of this place.
Oh, nice.
There's the Coast of Echoes. Nope. Etheria. Nope. We're in the Forest of Echoes, right? Here's the regional. So this is like the town of Echoes, which is like really small. Actually, even that kind of overstates it. I think this states it better. This is the town of Echoes right here.
Yeah.
And do you see how in the northeast, there's the Whispering Woods, and then south is the Forest of Echoes?
Whoa, can you show me that again?
It's on the
Are
screen.
those two different maps?
What?
Aren't those two different maps that you just showed me?
Yeah, so that's the thing about AI. Like, it always gets it a little incorrect.
Okay, can you just say what you just said one more time?
To the northeast of the town, there's like all these trees. You see this? This is a forest.
Yeah, I see the forest.
So this is called the Whispering Woods.
Okay, so that's the Whispering Woods. Okay.
And then south is the Forest of Echoes.
Okay.
And Adlace is like down here. It's like down there. And further east, okay, so let's see. Yeah. Well, this kind of shows it. It's basically right there. Let's see. Yes, this shows it. You see in the southeast of this?
Yeah.
That's the seat of the Elven Kingdom.
Mine's lagging. Sorry, hold on one second. Oh, okay.
So this is the Lake of Whispers. And you have a little town of Echoes. Then down here, you have the Forest of Echoes. Up there, you have the Whispering Woods. And Adlace is like over here. Adelaide is like over here. And so you need to head way east. So this would be like 2 days journey. Like 2 days journey east.
Okay. So, yeah, so we're going to stop and get Johan's body before we go there, right? So we're going to get Johan's body.
You're going to take Johan's body all the way there?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get everything rounded up for this ritual, so I don't want to, like, have to double back. Yeah, I think we're all going to go to... Makes sense to me.
Okay. You don't want to double back. So are you trying to get the Whisperer to go with you?
Yeah, like, we're pretty much friends, so...
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you remember how he's all like, hey, like, I'll do this favor for you, but when I call upon your, like, I get to ask you a favor at some, we're pretty much like, hey, we're pals, you know? We got this secret past thing going on. I don't really understand it, but at some point he's going to ask for help, and how can I help him if I'm not there?
Okay. Okay, so you rolled the 4 that he doesn't know where they are, except he's like, yeah, there's Celestials in the kingdom's over there. And you're saying, like, you should come with us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, hey, Whisper, we only have the Moonwell water left to get. We've, returned with all of the sacred ashes and the silver cord. Come with us to get the last, and we'll be ready for the ritual.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you rolled a 13 to persuade him to go on this journey with you. So
when did that happen?
What did you roll the 13 for?
I don't remember. I didn't think I asked her to go with us though.
Okay.
But
wait, hold on. So you're not asking him to go with you?
No, I am. I just haven't rolled for that.
Okay.
I didn't know I needed to roll for that. I was assuming he's going with us.
No, you're gonna need to roll for persuasion. I think you already did, but you can roll a new one.
I did get a 13.
Okay.
I just rolled and got a 13.
Okay, so it's a 13 anyway. Okay. So the thing is that, like, this doesn't persuade him. That's the problem. He's like, you can take the body, you can, like, go get the body and take it to the kingdom if you want to, but, like, it would be much easier for me if I just chill here and if you just come bring stuff here.
Okay, Malthus, I'm gonna go ahead and grab, the Moonwell water, and then I'll hit Johan on the way back to you. So, all right, princess, see you later, and I'm gonna head out to Adelaide's east. I'm gonna head east.
Okay, so you're going to the kingdom first, and you'll get the body later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
And that ends turn.
Yeah. So let's write this down, and I agree that can kind of wrap up the turn.
This is fun, Mike. What do you think about my journey? Mike, are you alive still? Miguel.
I muted myself earlier. Oops.
I did it again.
I just hope that this body is still in good condition. We confirmed you're not going to revive a dude into a rotting corpse.
Yeah, I just kind of there was some necromancer kind of talk with the Whisperer last game session, and I kind of have this sneaking suspicion that you're right. Something like it's going to be crazy that a dead corpse can be revived.
I'm just saying, you got to throw that shit on ice or something.
I mean, he's with people, Mike. He's in the town. They're taking care of him.
Are you sure you set that up beforehand? I'm pretty sure you dropped a body on someone's doorstep and then was like, hey, you got this, and left.
But they said they got this. Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's not totally rotten. Anyway, are you ready for your turn, Mike?
Sorry, did you say am I ready for my what?
Are you ready for your turn?
Yeah.
So, do you have any jokes, or do you need another one? Oh, Ryan has one. Go ahead. Do you want to say it? Never mind. Ryan doesn't have one.
Chesslide says, "What are you doing?" Basically, Dungeons and Dragons with AI. Luminara.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
Luminara.
What is Luminara?
It is the human name of the elven place where, like, the elven king of the Forest of Echoes lives.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
It is the home of the elven king.
Rude flex. Why did Lyra tell me about that? Luminara, the seat of the elven king.
Okay. Okay, so summarize what has happened to recently with Eidolon's party as chapter 18 in narrative form. Cool. Second chapter down. So Mike.
Woo!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
What is Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, it's like an RPG. Do you know what Baldur's Gate is? It's like an old school RPG, basically. So Mike, what are you up to?
I mean, we got in that first town. Presumably, we just had one guy got knocked the fuck out, and then we ran some super shitty weather on our way to that first town. But we're getting.
So I'm assuming you're a developer working on the storyline. Basically, yeah. We're playing a game to work on the storyline. Oh no, I'm lagging.
Something else patch today, and we're on our way to that second town. Were you able to hear me?
No, I'm so sorry. I think there's a thunderstorm here.
Oh.
I think there's I just lagged out for a second.
Oh, welcome back.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. We're, making sure we're in good shape because I know that the walk over this town was kind of a little bit of a struggle there.
Yeah, you're not in good shape, right? You're beat up and exhausted.
Right. So we're, spending the night in that town, getting patched up, and we're getting to the second town as quickly as possible. We got some ground to cover.
Can you roll so you just kind of like waltz into the town, basically, right?
Yeah, we're here, we're resting up, getting supplies, hitting an inn kind of deal.
Okay, looking for an inn. Okay, can you do a 1d20 danger check?
We're looking at a 13 here.
Okay, so nothing immediately happens. So you find an inn and you are greeted by a frog person. And this frog person is like, "Whoa, humans, isn't this great weather?" And you're like, "We need to shack up for what, 11 people?"
Yeah, we're asking if they have, just bare bones, 4 people, 5 people to a freaking room. We don't really care. We're hoping he has a couple rooms open.
Okay. So Thane's party arrives in town late at night and asks and finds an inn. Let me grab the frog. First town in the Mirror Vale. Late at night, tired, exhausted, and wet. Take notice as the candlelight flicker in the window of one home. The silhouette appears to have the form of a toad, but standing at the height of a man. Standing at the height of a man. The party finds an inn, and the innkeeper, a frogman, greets them with pleasant surprise. Wow, humans here? Are you with the Crimson Vanguard? Thane affirms. Mike, can you roll another 1d20 to see whether Lysandra has run out on the bill the last time she was here?
That's what we get for saying yes before figuring out why. Let's see.
Okay.
It's a 12.
So she didn't run out on the bill, and she also didn't pay for you in advance. Why are you working on storylines as a Python developer? Because it's fun. Oh, I'm not just a Python developer, by the way, right? I'm like a programmer. Latterly is not written in Python. Latterly.io.
Also, I mean, this is a practical application of technology that most people that are programming would have at least some amount of interest in.
Yeah.
Seeing what the limits of AI is inside narrative AI inside of a practical application.
Bet. Okay, so the party finds an inn, and the innkeeper, a frogman, greets them with a pleasant surprise. Wow, humans here? Are you with the Crimson Vanguard? Thane affirms. Does Thane have money to pay for the night's stay for the group of 11?
Give me the loot.
Give me the loot.
I'm really happy you just echoed that.
He rolled a nat 1 for having money. Whoa.
Ain't got no.
Why is that so relatable?
How?
Gigglestick says, I have a very powerful dark crystal willing to share for the right price. Aha.
Wow.
Okay, well, based on Gigglestick's commentary, the innkeeper is going to say that you can stay here if you do him a favor and you find a dark crystal. So the frogman innkeeper, seeing the weariness, well, I can see you're in a tough spot. Perhaps there's something we can do. There's been some trouble recently that you might be able to help with.
This is really random, but do we know Gigglestick?
I don't know Giggles. I don't know that I know Gigglestick. Hey, do I know you in real life? I don't know them by the username.
Okay.
But thank you for being here.
Yeah, straight up. That was fun.
The frogman innkeeper, seeing the weariness and genuine need in the group's eyes, considers Thane's request. Oh yeah, there's definitely a thunderstorm over here. That's okay. We'll wrap up here pretty soon. What do you think? Next 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that?
I wonder if we can get 1 or 2 turns out. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try and accelerate the turns.
Whatever you want, though. I'm cool.
If Thane and his group can investigate and resolve the issue, he would be more than willing to offer them shelter for the night. Thane agrees, and the group sets out to gather information.
Well, hold up.
No.
I mean, yeah, we're in Russia. We're trying to track down a missing dude. Like, we're not side quest oriented, you know. Rather than cash, I mean, even whatever, like, what was you said we picked up earlier? Some kind of scroll.
Yeah.
Do we even know what that thing is, or it does, or anything like that?
So you want to offer the ancient scroll in lieu of money?
Well, first I want to know what it is to see if it's worth. Basically, we're trying to see, is it worth ditching something we picked up, for a night here, or is the stuff we picked up valuable enough that we're like, fuck it, we'll camp?
Who are you gonna ask?
Thank you for the finger heart, Giggle Stick. Okay, great question, Mike. Can you roll a 1d20 magical familiarity check?
Oh, that's an S20. That's not a thing. Whew, I don't think I know shit about this. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, and you also don't have magic anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we have a group of people, okay?
No,
the shield bearers had like a cleric or something with us.
Yes, you do. You do have someone. If I can't remember how to spell his name. Who's the dude that's with you? Like your guide?
The
starts with an E. This is something I should build.
Summary.
I should just build like a quick.
Just as roll into the summary.
Wait, you want me to roll? I haven't rolled, but I can.
No. I was wondering why there's a bunch of stuff in the summary. Alarian?
That's right. Gigglestick, my magic crystal is in the form of crystal shoes, and Gigglestick sent a crystal shoe. Aha, okay. So we will take that as a bonus to the players. How do you spell Alarian? There we go.
Yeah.
So as you are impotently trying to inspect this scroll, Ilarion starts chuckling. And he goes, "You can't read that, can you?" He snaps his finger and it turns into plain English. And it says, rapid growth money tree spell. And what this spell calls for is it calls for you to say the following words. You have to walk outside. You have to lay the scroll on the ground. It needs to be contacted by rain. And you have to say money tree, grow, grow, grow. And you have to say that 3 times.
Cool. I take the scroll. I hand it to someone else in my party and tell them, hey, you should go take care of that. Because Tank very much doesn't believe that he feels like this scroll is like an April Fool's Day scroll. Because like that's too convenient of a thing to exist. But also, if it does exist, we need to happen. So I'm gonna hand it to one of the people that actually knows magic in our group. I was like, you should go play in some money tree real quick.
So Tank, I'm writing this, I'm like recapping. So Tank wonders about offering items to the innkeeper instead of completing a side quest since the group is in a hurry. He tries and fails to read the magic scroll. Ailerin laughs and snaps his fingers, enabling Tank to read the scroll. The words say money tree rapid growth spell. Tank thinks this is suspicious, so he hands off the document to a party member. And what do you tell the party member? You're just asking them like what it says?
No, I am delegating the casting of this to them.
You want them to cast the spell.
Yeah, so
Tank thinks this is suspiciously convenient. So he decides to hand off the document to a party member and asks them to cast the spell for them. Right then, Ilarion stops him and offers to pay in exchange for the scroll. Right then, Ilarion stops him and offers to pay in exchange for the scroll. Do you have a problem with that? Before I ask what Thane does, Mike, what do you think about that? Or it's
I have no problem with that. This is all on Thane.
Okay. The other party member, Thane, and the innkeeper are all relieved to hear the offer. The group stays the night and wakes up the next morning. How is the weather? Go ahead and roll 2d20 so that we can get ready for what's going to happen as you exit the town, Mike. Do you need to pick up any supplies before you leave?
That's part of what we would do while we're here for the night.
You don't
there's
have
nothing.
You don't have
specific.
any money.
Yeah, so in that case, yeah, there's not really much supply-wise we would be able to get there.
Yeah, not unless you do the quest. Gigglestick says, "Did my crystal come into place?" They just got the bonus, basically. Also, they didn't want to go on the side quest, so they haven't found a magic crystal, but they still got this bonus. So, are you picking up any supplies, Mike?
No.
Okay.
Also, both my rolls that you were talking about were 2s.
You got 2d20?
I rolled 2 d20s. Both of them came out as a 2.
Okay. So that means you're extremely hurt. Okay, so you make it to the next town and you want to kind of fast forward this. You don't want to do fights or anything, right? You make it to the next town, but you're extremely beat up, basically.
All right.
The group heads out for the second town and makes it there after tremendous difficulty. We won't go into the details of what happened, but basically they got beat up. But they're not dead. Okay, so now you arrive at the second town. It's evening the next day, and you're going to need to rest again. You don't want to do a side quest this time, right?
Yeah, we're pressed for time here. As far as we know, he's fucking borderline dead.
Roll a 1d20, and we'll see how this next innkeeper treats you. There is an innkeeper. You find an innkeeper. It's a decent town. Also, this is a squirrel town, by the way.
Oh.
We're not staying in this fucking inn. Yeah, I don't trust us here overnight kind of deal. At least I bring that up. I bring up that maybe all squirrels are horrible people. No, I'm going to there. Let's see, roll 1d20.
Okay.
13.
So you get normal treatment. They're not aware of what transpired on the other plane.
Good. You know, they don't need to know about that.
Thane's party arrives at the next town, a squirrel folk town, but you have no money and you have no items and you're beat up. So what you need to do now is, if you don't want to do a side quest or anything, you're gonna have to sell some of your armor, basically. Are you cool with that?
No one in the party has anything. What was that random herb we picked up before when we were killing the wolves?
You do have the herb, that's right. So you have the herb. What else do you have? You need to sell your stuff. So you have the herb. Do you remember what else you have?
No, not really. I don't think I have anything on me here.
Did you get some pelts?
I don't think so. I think they were ethereal wolves.
No, you
He's
did.
not that thing. He's in charge of this thing.
You rolled D20 on the loot, man. You rolled D20 on the loot. So you have spectral pelts. The pelts of spectral wolves are ethereal and shimmer with a faint otherworldly glow. These pelts can be used to craft enchanted armor and sold for a high price. Well, there you go. You also got magic gemstones, healing herbs, and an ancient scroll. So yeah, the pelts. Yeah, Ailerin doesn't want that. He likes the gemstones. How much do you have? Hidden among the underbrush, the group finds a cache of mystic gemstones. Magical energy. Cool. So basically you sell the pelts and the gemstones and that's good enough. Does that work? Does that work for you?
Man, this one fucking pricey in. Yeah.
Okay. The group heads out for, let's see. It didn't say how, did it say how many pelts? Spectral wolf pelts. If there's like 4 pelts, you don't need to sell all of them. It just says pelts. The pelts of the spectral wolves. Well, there was 4 wolves. In my head, I'm thinking that there was 4 pelts. Well, let's see. Roll a 1d4. No, sorry. Roll a. You're going to at least get 2. Otherwise, it wouldn't be plural, right? So roll a 1d3 plus 1. Roll a 1d3 for how many pelts do you have? You're going to need to sell 2. Okay, so you can keep a pelt. You can keep a pelt.
Woohoo.
Thane and the innkeeper agree to pay in terms, like, how do I express this? Pay using the spectral wolf pelts instead of money, since they have no gold. Since they have no gold, the innkeeper takes the mystic gems and 2 wolf pelts, leaving 1 wolf pelt with the group as payment. Okay, so you make it through this town. Let's do a 1d20. Does anything weird happen while you're sleeping or before you can exit the next day?
11.
Nothing really weird happens. You're gaining experience. Let's do another 1d20 experience check. If you hit a crit, then you'll get like more experience than normal. It's a 15.
15.
Nope, you're doing good. You'll get a level up here pretty soon, but you don't have it yet. Okay. So now you need to make the final leg of the journey to the temple or whatever. What do they call it?
Altar.
Okay. So let's do a 2d20 for like the standard journey up there.
Okay. You said 2 of them?
Yeah.
120 and 18.
Oh, okay. So you had a like a crazy. Let's see. Do a 1d2. If it's a 1, you had a crazy victory in a battle, and if it's a 2d2, you actually found some cool stuff. It was not a battle encounter. So do a 1d2. It was awesome somehow. How was it awesome?
2.
Oh, you found some cool stuff. Okay. The night goes well, and the team heads out the next day for the altar. What sort of terrain do they journey through? More plains, forest, or mountains? Forest, mountains, or swamp even? Let's do that. Cool. So you rolled plains. So you get through the plains. As the party journeys through the plains, they encounter an amazing treasure. What is it? What? Like what is it? Oh no, hold on. I know exactly what it is. Roll one more 1d2. Hold on, roll a 1d3. If it's a 1, sorry, roll a 1d4. If it's a 1, it'll be an inanimate object. If it's a 2, it'll be magic. And if it's 3 or a 4, you'll have a character encounter.
All right, you said roll a d4?
Yeah, 1d4.
Okay. 1.
All right. Well, my awesome idea didn't work out. Okay, it's just an inanimate object. Let's see. You're not going to be joined by a squirrel warrior to help you.
Good.
Okay, we're going to cancel the bag of holding. Ancient elven armor. Okay, fine. You find ancient elven armor. What's that doing here? How about ancient squirrel armor?
Maybe they killed all the elves. That's why there's a bunch of armor.
Cancel the bag of holding. Why is there ancient elven armor here? Are you sure it's not? Oh, wait, what is Ailerin? Are you sure it's not ancient squirrel armor? I forgot Ailerin's race. Is he elvish? Maybe there are elf societies on this plane. Oh, he is indeed elvish. Okay, so it is elven armor after all. Cool, dude. You got some elven armor. So you get to the place. The 8 means that you had a battle encounter. You suffered moderate damage, but you won. And now you get there. And so the 2 people we're looking for, one is Lysandra and the other is Valor. Yeah. So roll 3d. Let's do these one at a time. 1d20 for Lysandra. 1d20 for Lysandra.
Uh, 16.
Okay, you find her and she's basically healthy and strong. You find her and she's like kicking ass. She's actually surrounded by like a bunch of dead bodies. She just kicked a bunch of ass.
All right.
And like her group with her is mostly okay. No one's dead. There's a couple people who are pretty badly injured, but no one's dead. So her whole group has made it here. Now let's think about, so that was Lysandra. Now let's think about Valor. 1d20 on Valor. So here's the thing. Valor is the floor boss. He has become possessed. Mike rolled a nat 1, just so everyone knows. So Valor has become like mutated and creepy and huge. And he kind of looks like the Dark Paladin did, except that he's like gold. Thoughts, Mike? Okay.
That's the only real thought I have.
You can hear me though, right? I'm not lagging. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And now let's do a 1d20 character encounter check.
All right, let's see here.
You rolled an 18. So here's the thing. The Dark Paladin is also here at the altar. But he's like shrunk to like normal size. He's not like crazy floor boss size. He's like as big as Valor was. But you can tell he's like a Dark Paladin. He has like dark armor and stuff. And he appears to be teaming up with Lysandra to fight the evil Valor, basically. Okay, so that's the stage, and I think we should pause the turn there. Is that okay, or do you want to? Is that okay if we go over to you, Jess, or do you want to do the fight now?
No, I think we should. As far as me, I don't need to turn at all. I think we should wrap it up.
Okay, that sounds good too.
I mean, I was also going to say this works as a decent cliffhanger, so we have a jumping off for next time, or I'm good to keep going.
That was my thought,
either way.
Yeah.
No, I think it's awesome to have like an episode end or a chapter end on this. So yeah, I know Jess had mentioned a couple more turns. I was going to try and get through that, but this sounds like a good place to stop. So let me write it down. Thane's group makes it to the Thane's group continues and has a battle, which they win with moderate, while taking moderate damage. A few party members level up. Let's see. Yeah, Mike, can you do a 1d3 ability unlock? 1d3 ability unlock. So someone unlocks an ability. Who's it going to be? Is it a shield bearer? Is it Thane? Or is it someone else? Someone else.
Looks like someone else.
A member of the party, not Thane. Oh, it's going to be Ailerin. Okay. Ailerin unlocks a new ability. Thane's group continues and has a battle which they win. A few party members level up. Ailerin unlocks a new ability. They arrive the following evening at the altar, and a major battle is already ongoing. Lysandra is in good health and strong, leading her party to fight an evil Valor, the second floor boss. He has become possessed. He looks like the Dark Paladin did, large and powerful, in full armor, except he is a golden color and has a twisted likeness of Valor. The Dark Paladin is also present, but in a smaller and human form, as if restored to his situation before becoming the first floor boss. The Dark Paladin appears to be helping Lysandra attack Evil Valor, along with 2 parties of elves and a party of squirrel folk. To be continued. Please draw the battle scene in high contrast anime style. We'll wrap on this. We'll get an image and we'll wrap on this. And then we'll also say, please summarize the recent occurrences in Tank's party in narrative form. This will be chapter 19 or 20? As chapter 19.
I think 19.
Can you see this?
No.
No, I'm not able to see much right now.
Is it lagging a lot or?
No, I just closed out of the stream.
Oh, okay. I'll put this on the Discord as well. There's like a pretty cool picture. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
Love y'all.
Love you. See you later.
Y'all too.
Bye.